What made the Roman army the most feared military force of the ancient world? It wasn't just brute strength, it was strategy, structure, and discipline. In this video, we'll uncover the 6 pillars that made the Roman military nearly unbeatable, and how it forged one of the largest empires in history. First, professionalism and discipline. Roman soldiers, called legionaries, weren't farmers with swords. They were full-time professionals who enlisted for up to 25 years. They trained constantly, marching up to 30 kilometers a day, practicing sword combat and drilling formation maneuvers until they became second nature. There was no room for laziness or disobedience. Punishments were harsh, even deadly. Discipline was the backbone of the Roman war machine, and it created an army that didn't panic under pressure and never broke formation in battle. Next, the legion system. The Roman army was divided into legions, each with about 5,000 men. Legions were then broken into smaller units, 10 cohorts per legion, and within each cohort, several centuries led by centurions. This structure gave the Roman army incredible flexibility and control. Orders could be passed down quickly. If part of the line collapsed, other units could adjust and respond. Even in chaos, the Roman military fought with order and precision. Their enemies, often tribal groups with looser organization, simply couldn't match this level of coordination. Now, let's talk tactics. The Roman army used carefully planned formations and battlefield strategy. One of their most famous formations was the testudo, or tortoise, where soldiers locked their shields together on all sides, including overhead, to form a nearly impenetrable wall. They also used flanking, ambushes, and feigned retreats. Every move was calculated. Roman generals like Julius Caesar treated war like a science, not just a fight. They adapted to terrain, weather, and the behavior of their enemies. This gave them a clear tactical edge again and again. Another huge advantage was their engineering. The Roman army didn't just march, they built. They constructed roads, bridges, forts, and siege engines wherever they went. They built fortified camps at the end of each day's march, complete with ditches, palisades, and tents arranged in exact rows. Their engineers could build a bridge across a river in just days or construct siege towers and battering rams on site. This made it possible for them to conquer heavily fortified cities and to move quickly across vast areas. They brought not just force, but infrastructure with them. Then, adaptability. The Roman army wasn't rigid. They studied their enemies and learned from them. When fighting the Parthians, they adopted the use of light cavalry and mobile archers. From the Carthaginians, they developed naval tactics. From the Gauls, they adapted their armor and swords. This willingness to change and improve made them incredibly resilient and dangerous. Instead of sticking to one way of fighting, the Roman army evolved constantly, and that evolution kept them ahead of their enemies for centuries. Fifth, recruitment and rewards. The Roman military drew soldiers from across the empire. While citizens served in the legions, non-citizens served in the auxiliary units, providing cavalry, archers, and specialized troops. After 25 years of service, these auxiliaries were granted full Roman citizenship, which was a huge incentive. This system allowed Rome to build a massive multi-ethnic army that was loyal and invested in the empire's success. Soldiers were also paid, given land, and honored upon retirement. Fighting for Rome wasn't just duty, it was a path to opportunity. Finally, logistics and infrastructure. You can't win wars without food, weapons, and shelter. Rome built an incredible road network, allowing armies to move quickly and be resupplied efficiently. Along these roads, supply wagons brought grain, tools, and medical supplies. Every Roman army traveled with engineers, blacksmiths, cooks, doctors, and more. Even their marching camps were designed to be defensible and familiar. No matter where they were built, this logistical backbone meant that Roman forces could campaign far from home for years and still remain operational. The Roman army wasn't just strong, it was smart, flexible, and relentless. That's how they held an empire for over 500 years. Discipline, innovation, unity. That's the Roman way. Like what you saw? Subscribe for more historical breakdowns, and tell us in the comments, which ancient army should we cover next?